Welcome
to Whips and Sips.
I'm Justine.
And I'm Shelly. Cheers!
Top of the morning to ya.
Good morning, everybody. We're back.
Sorry.
We still haven't gotten on a 2-week schedule.
No, there's a lot going on.
You guys couldn't handle us every 2
Ooh.
weeks anyway, could you?
You're right. That is awesome.
Isn't it? So let's talk about what we're sipping this morning. It is morning, but we decided, you know what? We haven't had a cocktail in a long time.
A long time.
So we are having coffee with North Forest Cream. It's a maple bourbon pecan liqueur. And this was gifted to us from Mara's Mercantile. She does a lot of our finishing for us. And this is actually made right here in Minnesota. In fact, only about an hour from here. It's made at Chankaska. It's a winery, but they also have a distillery, so they're making hard liquor as well.
It's a gorgeous place.
And yeah, so anybody that's thinking of making a trip to Minnesota, obviously welcome Stitchery #1. But if you're interested in like wineries and that kind of thing, definitely save some time and go to Chankaska because it's beautiful and they have really good wine. And like I said, this maple bourbon pecan liquor is not too shabby either.
Cheers.
With our coffee, it's pretty good. We have been in a deep freeze here.
Ooh.
I mean, very cold. But today, it always amazes me. I woke up yesterday, it was -13. Today we're supposed to be at 33 degrees, and a lot of you are going, oh my gosh, that's still so cold. We will notice a big difference. At 33 degrees, people will be outside without jackets on.
Yes, or shorts. But the thing is, when we are this cold, we have sun.
Yeah.
And this time of year, you
need
need the
sun.
sun. Whoops,
Yep.
sorry.
Whoops.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to do a really quick, like, normal Flosstube thingy, and then we're going to do my WIP parade. We're going to break it up into 2. Justine will do hers next. She needs all the time she can get to gather all of her copious whips. So, and like I said, I'm happy to help her because
She's not allowed
I will
at
leave
my
no
house.
stone unturned in that house. Okay, so, this is a channel about cross stitch and other kind of stitching type handiwork type things. And if you're new to our channel, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
And thank you for all the comments. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Are we close to a number?
We are. We're like 3 away from the 4,000 mark. Yeah. That was the last time I looked at it. Maybe we're over now. I don't know. But.
And I don't know if we've been hit yet with the spam, have we?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
but
don't think
just
so,
be
yeah.
aware that from now on, we will not be commenting on your comment if you won something.
Right.
You will have to notify us.
Yes.
So if you ever get anything on your comment saying that you won something, please don't. If you have any questions, give the shop a call.
Yeah. It's best just to be safe and contact us. So
that way I get to talk to you. Come on.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. So what's been going on?
Well,
Should we jump right in?
let's jump.
Let's jump. Okay. Do you have any FFOs? Fully finished objects.
I do.
Okay.
I have some back from the framer.
Okay.
All right, now, I believe Gwen stitched this a while ago, and I just got it back from the framer.
Oh.
Look at that frame. Isn't that color? It just has the barn and the door just pop
Yeah.
with the color.
So whose pattern is that, do you know?
Oh, that wasn't very nice of me, was
I'm
it?
sorry.
It's Plum Street.
Is it Plum Street? I was going to say either her or
I'm sorry.
Brenda Gervais, but
That is one. Do you have any? You want to go back and forth?
yeah, we can go back and forth.
Okay.
So I finished this little joy stocking piece right before Christmas, and I gave it to Mara to finish for me. And check this out.
So pretty.
How cute is that little pouch? And it's got red velvet on the back. And she just to kind of show it off, she stuck a sprig of some greenery and some berries.
But I don't think that greenery is showing because we don't have anything white behind here.
Oh, there we go. Hey, we might want to get, for the WIP parade, we might want to get one of your boards. Let's see if I can, there we go. Now you can kind of see.
Yeah, look at how that greenery just, oh, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it. It's so pretty. So yeah, that one.
Okay, then Mary stitched the 10,000 Lakes for me from Carolyn Manning. And this was, Carolyn designed this for my grand opening. And then she released it later. So here is 10,000 Lakes. Whoops, sorry.
You'll get to see my amazing start on this in my WIP parade. It's a Shelly start.
But you know what? A start's a start.
That is so pretty.
Isn't that pretty? So thank you so very much, Mary.
Yeah,
oh,
that's really beautiful. All right, and then Mara finished another piece for me. This is Easter Parade by Blackbird. And this is another pouch. And I'm gonna put some kind of springy artificial sprigs or something in it and hang it either on the door of my hutch or maybe just on a doorknob, but isn't that cute?
Pretty.
And the back is a polka dot. But
Oh,
yeah, Mara
pretty.
just does beautiful work. A little closer here. So yeah, that's all for me. So the rest are you.
Okay, this is one that I stitched. And I had finished it, I don't know, a while ago, I think. And I finally got it framed. So here is Shine On.
So
Finally.
pretty.
And these are stitched with Cosmos. So this is kind of out of my element. I don't usually stitch these bright colors, but it sure was fun.
It's not coming through well, but that frame is a dark navy blue. It's not black, but it pulls that navy blue out.
Which, by the way, may be somebody's favorite color.
Might be, yes.
Might be.
Yes.
So do you have any
Very
more?
nice. I do not.
I do.
I know.
Okay. Now Gwen stitched these.
Want me to help with this?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to do this one first.
Okay.
Gwen stitched these and Mara finished them. And I have them in my front window, and I am going to put lights around them, maybe at Christmas time or even now, just to get the village. But this is Glitter Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. Nutcracker Village. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that!
And then these are all the little extra pieces that fit around it. This one is a toy store, it looks like.
This one is tea. This one is coffee.
This is the candy store. Oh, she did such a beautiful, I don't know if you guys can see the fabric on the back also has
Glitter.
glitter in it. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but
Here is the music store. Oh, that's just beautiful. I don't know if you know this, but at Shelly's mom and dad's house, there used to be a grand piano, and I just couldn't wait to play on it. Shelly wouldn't let me play on it. She didn't like it because I may have played a little fast and a little loud.
surprise, surprise. Here's the bakery.
And here's peppermint. Isn't that beautiful? So I was just so excited about these.
Very cute. That's it? That's all your FFOs?
Yes, I have an FO.
Okay, I have an FO too.
You go for it.
Nope, you go first.
Okay. Lynn is going to be teaching a punch needle class at our next 24 hours, and she has taught them before.
She was working on this at our last 24 hours.
And she has other items that she has finished, and they are being fully finished for us. But this is one from the Primitive Stitcher magazine, the last one.
Isn't that beautiful?
Isn't that, oh, I just love it. And that's all with DMC.
That is a lot of punching.
Isn't that beautiful? I just can't wait.
Just gorgeous.
You know, I always wanted to put one of the other ones on a Christmas book, but maybe this is the one that goes on a Christmas book.
You know how I feel about reindeer and cardinals, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're going to do it?
No, I was hoping you'd give it to me. Just kidding.
Keep drinking, Shell.
Yeah.
Only kidding. Okay, that's all mine.
Are you
then.
ready for my finish? Justine doesn't know this.
Oh my gosh, it's mine. Oh, how beautiful.
This was Justine's birthday start on
Oh,
January
how
3rd of this year.
beautiful.
And I finished it yesterday, February 3rd. So it took me exactly 1 month. I didn't stitch on it constantly, but yeah. And that's Sarah Barnes, except for the S and the B, it's all over one. And I'm a little scared to say this, but I kind of enjoyed it.
I knew you would.
And I want to thank Kathy and Chris because they really helped me learn how to do
Stitch
the
over
over
one.
one stitching. So thank you, ladies. I really appreciate it. I'm not scared of it anymore. I won't avoid patterns because of it anymore, which is nice. But yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. This was in the Kitten Stitcher sampler box that I was given as a gift. Oh my gosh.
Show this. Whoops, I should have taken it out. Sorry.
Oh, that's just beautiful.
There's the pattern.
Just beautiful.
And so yeah, that's a model for Justine's store. Here's all your stuff.
Thank you.
And then I wanted to show you, because I think you got one too. I got the Canon Ivy, the little camera. When I finished, I took a little picture with my Canon Ivy and put it on my project card. So I have a picture of the finished project. So I'm really excited. I'm glad I bought that. I think you got a sprocket, right? An HP sprocket, yeah.
Oh, that's just beautiful, Shell. Thank you. No wonder you
You're
hadn't talked to
welcome.
me for a while.
That's my first finish of 23. And it was a start and a finish because I started it on your birthday.
Oh, for land's sakes.
yeah.
Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
That's all I have for FOs. Do you have any other FOs?
No.
Okay. Not even someone else's?
No, not even someone
Just
else's.
checking. All right, so on to WIPs. Want me to start? Okay, so it's been, what, 3 weeks? I've done a lot of stitching in
Good
the
for
last 3
you.
weeks. Well, I did quite a bit at 24 hours has happened in that time frame. And I was very productive at 24 hours. I was so pleased with myself. So
Good job,
yes.
Shelly.
So first of all, there are 2 little bits that I kind of want to get out of the way. One thing I did, as you know, I had stitched a bisque new and given it to Mara to finish, and Mara gave it back to me and said, your top is 73 by 73, but your bottom is 73 by 71. So I had to do some frogging and some fixing, and I did that at 24 hours. So here's the top. This was stitched properly.
It's beautiful.
And Mara had already cut it down and was getting ready to assemble the bisque new. That's why it doesn't look like there's much margin, because there isn't.
Oh, that's just beautiful,
And
Shell.
then this is the one that I had stitched 73 by 71, and now it is fixed. I did that. That was the first thing I think I did at 24 hours. I wanted to get that wrapped up. So that will be staying here today to go to Mara.
That's just beautiful. Isn't that a good feeling?
Yeah, it is. And that is Ukrainian folk bisque new by Trina Mastakova. I got it, I believe, on Etsy. So there's that one. So there was that little piece of fixie that I had to do.
Check.
And then many of you noticed in our last Flosstube that on my Feliz Navidad, I said I had the border done. Many people said, oh, you're missing some berries at the bottom. And I forgot to mention in the Flosstube that I had purposely skipped those because they were specialty stitches. And I wanted a gal from, that was coming to 24 hours of cross stitch to help me with that. So she was there and she helped me. Thank you very much. You know who you are. I really appreciate it. So
we get by with a little help from our
yes,
friends.
absolutely. And it was actually super easy. So I'm not scared of.
Shelly has a tendency to stress out
Yeah.
before she does it.
Yeah. So I'm not scared of Algerian islets anymore either. And now you can see
Isn't that beautiful?
that there's 2 berries on the bottom. Let me see if I can get it up closer.
Was this on your WIP co, or why did you stitch on this?
I was on my WIP go for December of last year.
Is it done now?
No. What do you mean done?
Do you have it on your board this year?
I don't think I do. But, so yeah, those 2 berries that were Algerian eyelet stitches are now in, and now I can honestly say my border is finished.
Nice.
So,
oh, that's just gorgeous.
Yeah, so I wrapped those up at 24 hours across stitch. You want me to keep going, or
That's up to you.
Why don't you go?
Okay. Well, again, at 24 hours across stitch.
I'm hot.
Sorry. I wanted to do something different. I had been watching some other floss tubers who do embroidery, and they have been doing the Kathy Schmitz embroidery, and then they color on it. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. So I thought, you know, Friday morning right away, I'm going to start tracing, and I'm going to start this. Well, which one did I do first? I started from Crab Apple Hill Studio. I just did the boot because I just wanted to goof around and see. And so I just colored in the boot, traced it and colored it in. And then I am going to, put a little backing on it so when I stitch it, it can stick out. It won't be so hard for me to hold. So that's my next step. But I just loved it. I watched how she did it. So I colored it in with markers, and then I painted this on, which is exactly what she said to do.
What is that?
That is, it's a synthetic, or it's for synthetic, or what it does, I can't pronounce it, you pronounce it, is it seals it. So you can wash it and it won't run.
Oh, okay.
Plus, when you do that, it kind of makes the shading go a little more.
It's pronounced Jacquard Textile Color. It's number 100 colorless extender. So it's just like kind of something that you
paint on. Watch her YouTube if you're interested, because it's just awesome. And then, I don't know if I told you this, but I was lucky enough to go to Michelle's Quilting and Sewing when the rep was here, selling the Teresa Kogut fabric, coming for her next printout. And I got to see or help Michelle decide what to order.
Fun.
So I can't wait. But as we were there, we also decided that we loved this. Now this is from Bird Brain, and this is Life is So Good. So I bought it in hand embroidery, and Michelle bought it in machine embroidery.
Oh, sure.
And she has hers done, and hers is on a bag.
Uh-huh.
And the other side of the bag is the bag that she's going to teach the class for our 24 hours. So it's pretty cool.
Fun. Okay.
So I need to stitch this up. So what I did is I copied it and colored it. And of course, this one is all done in red, and I wanted a little more color just to show it could be different. So I need to do the same thing. I need to stitch that. And then I just like the tomato. So I did the tomato and the other. We'll see what I end up doing with that. But
I
that
am very
was fun.
anxious to see these once they're embroidered, because you know me, I don't have a mind's eye. Like, I can't imagine how something's gonna look. I just have to do it. And so I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around this. But
well, if you watch, it's cool.
I should go watch it.
Yeah, you should. Kathy Schmitz. So that was one of my 24 hours.
Okay.
You want me to keep going, or
do another one. I did too.
Okay. My WIPCO goal for last month was peace, and it was one motif. And this is by RITM. And I do love this. And so I kind of did this thing here because one motif, you know, I should have probably done more, but I just love those colors. Pretty. I just love them. So, and on my WIPCO board for this year, I put certain projects over and over again. I put 5 projects over and over again. So,
Well, that's
okay, my 2 are done.
Okay. Well, the other thing that I spent a lot of time on in the last 3 weeks is my Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. I was working on this block with the carolers, and it's basically block number 8. So
Beautiful.
I got it finished.
Woohoo!
I got it finished. So I'll show you the block up close first, and then I'll show you the whole piece.
What did you tell me about going through your projects from last year? Oh, you watched our WIP parade from last year, you said.
Yes. It was interesting because you kind of have it in your head, oh gosh, did I really accomplish much this year? But I watched our WIP parade from last year, and when you see how much you've stitched on a piece from one year to the next, it's...
And you stitched quite a bit on this one. Oh, isn't that beautiful?
So there, it's the carolers. We're all thinking the carolers look a little pasty white, but anyway.
It's cold. It's Minnesota. It's 30 below.
There you go. So I got the carolers finished. And so I only have 4 blocks left.
And are you anticipating working on it at all this year?
Yes. This is a goal to finish this year.
Ooh.
And but I'm not gonna work on it in February. In February, well, you'll see in my plans what I'm gonna work on in February, but I plan to go back to this in March. I'm gonna plan to at least work on it every other month, if not more. So
I hope you don't plan on working on it much in the beginning of March.
Yeah. No, I learned. I know now that I won't be getting much done in the beginning of March. I probably won't even bring stitching along because we don't at Net Market. We don't have time.
There's no time.
We don't get anything done. So
here's your pattern. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Your turn.
Okay, another WIP goal of mine from last month was this. Oh, and I just love it. And what it was to finish a square. And I really wanted to get another square done because that's a lot of my, for this year on the board is to finish a square. Well, I had like 1/4 of one square done, so I finished it and started another. But I was really hoping I could get the second one done. But as of now, no. But I love this.
Very pretty.
Okay.
Okay, my turn.
Your turn.
I have a needle here. So another thing. So for my WIP go for January,
Ooh, what a pretty bag.
this was called for my WIP go for January. And this is on my WIP go board 3 times, and I'm hoping to finish it
Nice.
in that time. Tired Trio by Plum Street Samplers. I think I told you I'm doing all of these stacked ones and making them into little pillows.
For the grandkids when they come.
For the grandkids, eventually someday, yes. So I actually got quite a bit done. I even got my first little sloth in there. And the sloth's face is 1/1. And I'm not scared of it anymore. So yeah.
How
It
cute.
went okay. I got quite a bit done actually. I only had like the end of this, I had the bee and this flower and the very tip of this limb when I started. That was all I had done. So I put in the whole tree, some flowers, and the first sloth.
Nice.
So yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, well, I also have some projects that I'd like to finish this year. And I have those on another list. And this is Stacy Nash Turkey Hollow Farm. So I believe I was watching TV and I just wanted something that I could stitch and fill in. So I worked on the sign.
You know, usually we know what each other is stitching
Oh, you
on.
didn't tell me you finished.
We kind of, you know, send a little text. Oh, look what I'm working on tonight. Never once heard we were making progress on Turkey Hollow Farm.
Well, it was just a little bit, but you know how much I love this one.
I do.
I love it, love it.
It's
love
not
it.
even going to be a race because I don't even know if I'll touch mine this year based on my goals.
Yeah.
If I can get my Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow done sooner than I think, then yeah, I'll stitch on other things. But
yeah, no,
I got to hit my goals, you know. All right, what's next? Oh, my other WIP go for the month of January was Chester's Place. This is the memorial piece that I'm doing for our little puppy that we lost this summer, our little Sparkle. This is by Whistle Stop Stitcher Designs. And I think I mentioned before, instead of all the animals across the bottom, I'm just going to do paw prints and then put Sparky's information, her birth and death date and that kind of thing. And this is another, I have to remember how I did this. I think it's like this.
Oh,
this is another border finish. So I got the border done. And this is also on my WIP go, I think 3 times this year. So
I love that fabric.
Yeah, I do too. I like the green. What is the fabric? It is,
Looks like a picture of this bus.
it is Cypress, Lugana Cypress by Fiber on a Whim.
Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty.
Yep, you're up.
I'm up. Okay, this is another one that I want to finish this year, or soon. Is Month to Month, August by Stitching with the Housewives. And this I started at StitchCon. And it is just amazing because there are just certain colors that fancy me.
Mm-hmm. Tickle your fancy.
Tickle my fancy. So I worked on this one last night. And if I just worked on it, I'd be done.
So
here
Justine
we go.
Justine had the opportunity to be alone last night. Her husband took their daughter to the cities for something, and so she had the whole evening to herself. And being the good farm wife that she is, she told her husband, "I will feed the animals. It's staying light out longer, so I can leave the shop at 5 o'clock, and
Shouldn't have told you
it's
that.
still light for me to go out to the barn and feed the animals." So she told him she would do that. Well, remember how cold I told you it is here? She went out to the barn and heard the door close behind her. Did you like right away go and check the door? Or did you?
Well, I just thought it would open, so I wasn't exactly worried until I went to
Not
go
so
out.
much. Not so much. She was locked in the barn.
I thought.
She thought. Thank goodness she had her phone with her.
I was listening to a book.
What if you hadn't had your phone with you? What would you have done?
I maybe would have tried a little harder.
Anyway, what did you do?
Well, I called my wonderful brother-in-law, who lives not even a mile from us. And I said, I'm locked in the barn. And I just told Shelly, he says to me on the phone, "You're kind of in a predicament, aren't you?" And bless his heart, he came over and got me out. And he looks at me and he says, "You just need to push the latch." I'm like, oops. And I told my husband, and he goes, "You just had to push the latch." I'm like, oh, I grew up on Main Street. Sometimes I like Main Street better. Anyway,
at least on Main Street, if you screamed your full head off, someone would probably hear you. But out in the country with nobody for you would have frozen to death.
Well, no, because I would have probably
She'd have lit the barn on fire.
probably taken my time and figured out that all I needed to do was push the latch.
Oh my gosh.
So
Anyway.
you're up.
Okay. Let's see. I talked about my Biscornu and my fleece hem. So the only other thing that I've stitched on then is I did put a little bit of time into my burgundy band sampler. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I am going to do my WIP parade at the end of this, but I won't re-show these projects.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. Now somebody asked a couple things back if I have that red banding.
yes.
Is that the same red banding that I have now?
I
believe it is.
I believe it is. You would have to check the size against this.
But I believe
But yes,
so.
I believe you have this red banding now. So,
Oh my land,
if you want to hold
Shelly.
it, I'll show what I
would be
did.
honored to. Oh my land.
I did this border and I started the next one down. So not a whole lot of progress, but you know, something. Keep it moving along.
You know, Shelly's
love
house
stitching
is
on it.
going to be turned into a stitching house. I love it. Think of all the things that you have sitting out that you've done.
Yeah.
And how many more to come.
Yeah.
How beautiful.
Thanks. So that is all of my WIPs. That's what I worked on
Okay.
in the
Another
last 3 weeks.
thing I want to get done on my list is I want to finish and start some of these blackbird stockings. And I have started this a long time ago, and I have one done. So I have that one done. And here is the second one that I almost have done. And then I need to do the third one. So let me see if I can find this picture. Yeah, this is this one. And this is where I am.
Oh, cute.
So I'm like, let's just get them all three done.
Very pretty. Ooh, that bluebird at the bottom is going to be pretty,
Yeah,
isn't
and
it?
finish all three of them. And
Yeah. What's the other? This
so
one.
while Shelly drives to market, I'm going to be stitching.
I can't stitch in the car, and I can't ride in the car with her driving. So I'll be doing the car. No, I'm kidding.
You're done,
But
right?
but I can't stitch in the car.
Okay, so this was another thing that I was to do at 24 hours. It's kind of like Shelly. We got this from Shanty Stitchers, and we got the whole pack because we got the Glorianas to go with it also.
Yeah.
And I had started stitching it, and I had started stitching the wrong way because I was so excited to start it. I didn't even pay attention. So I tore it out, and I started again. And so just like Shelly, when she fixed her biscornu, it's just like, all right, it's out, it's
Yep.
ready to go.
Now we can.
So yeah,
now
move
we can-
forward.
Yep.
So yes, those are all my WIPs.
Those are all your WIPs. Okay, plans and WIP go for this month.
You go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, my WIP goes. The numbers 7 and 11 were called, and I started working on my number 7 last night, which is Halloween Quaker.
Oh, and that's the bag that Sarah made for us.
Oh yeah, Sarah made me this beautiful bag. Isn't that pretty? Thank you, Sarah. I've thanked you already, but yes, thank you. Sorry. As long as I'm in here, might as well pull it out so we don't have glare.
You may hold it.
I think a lot of people have seen this, but Lila's
Still gorgeous
Studio.
every time we look at it. Every single time.
If you guys have questions about, we're not really talking about what we stitched on and that kind of thing, just drop them in the comments. We're pretty good about answering our comments, I think.
Nowadays there are a lot of fabrics. You don't have to stitch on exactly what we do. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah. So if you want to hold this.
Oh, I'd be honored to.
Okay. I started on this motif down here with the spiders in it. So
Here.
you can see it on here. Where is it?
Look at how much you have done.
It's this one right here with the spiders. And I just started that yesterday, so I've got 2 spiders in already.
Oh, good for you, Shelly.
So it's pretty.
I know what this is. This is murky.
Yes, that is murky.
Oh,
It's,
look at
I
that.
think
That is
32
just
count
gorgeous.
murky. Yeah. I love to stitch Quakers, so
I
I
do too.
really enjoy stitching on this one. I'm not a huge Halloween fan, but for some reason, this one just really has always caught my eye. And
Right. I think you'll find out when I do my WIP parade, her and I started a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
So you want to finish or you want me to go?
Nope, let's go every other.
Okay.
That gives me time to put stuff away.
This is why I asked Shelly if Feliz Navidad was on her.
Oh,
Because this is on my WIP go.
somebody's going to pull ahead, I see.
It's on for 5 times because, well, I started this before you did.
Yep.
And I just love it. So my goal is to stitch a row. So I'm hoping to finish this row, bring the borders down, and then I'd like to do another row again so I'm ready to go the next time this is called. So
Very cool. So my second WIP go, number 11, for February is Winter Rose Manor, which I'm really glad that this came up because originally we were supposed to be putting 30 minutes a week into this, and I kind of fell off the bandwagon, and I haven't stitched on it since before the holidays.
oh, that's so pretty.
So I'm glad it came up again, but here's where I'm at. I think I'm going to do the basket underneath the flowers next, and that will get me into the roof of the house.
So are you
that's the
stitching
plan.
so many days? I'm sorry, I'm sure you said it already.
at least 3 days.
Okay.
So I had, I think 5 or 7 last year, and I just felt like the only thing I was stitching was my WIP go,
Yeah.
you know, and so, I mean, I can stitch more on it if I want to, but it's just a little easier goal, and then I can get on and stitch other things too.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Well, my other WIP code this month is Autumn Quakers. So again, this is one of 5 that I have up my board. And this one, I believe, is 3 hours. And I kind of did the same thing. If I want to keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
But, oh, I just love
It's
these.
so pretty.
In fact, I've loved it since I started it. I don't know why I haven't.
I've been seeing this one in particular, but a lot of those seasonal Quakers, you know, on people's WIP parades. A lot of people
Really?
are stitching these.
Well, and then I also have the winter one that maybe that will go next year on
yeah,
my WIP go.
there you
So
go.
that's, and then of course
Okay.
I'd like to finish or work on some of the other ones I already did.
So, I had mentioned that I had put a lot of time into Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow in January. February, my focus piece is going to be summer at Stars Hollow.
Oh, nice.
Because the spring one's coming out here in a couple months, and I would really like to have summer done before I start spring. So it's going to be a push to finish that. I don't know if I can finish it in February, but that's the one I'm going to start focusing on now.
You go, girl.
Yep, and I can show you that. No, I can't. It's in my WIP parade. I'll show it to you then. Your turn. You're done?
I'm done.
Okay. You don't know, so you're just working on your WIP goes? For
WIP
plans?
goes, and then probably some of the other ones that I wanted to finish.
Okay.
I have like 7 of
Okay.
them or something.
The only other plan I have in February is I do have a birthday.
She's going to be
Younger than Justine by a little
1
over a month. A month and 2 weeks almost. Almost 6 weeks. So don't let her
So
fool you.
what are you going to start?
I'm
'cause
sure
I
you
have
can
your
tell
birthday
who's
here,
older
too.
and younger.
Oh, you're lucky we're filming, so I don't say something. I do have your birthday listed here. So what are you going to start?
I don't know. I did borrow a retired blackbird pattern from a friend. And even though she told me, hey, no time, you know, just whenever you get to it, she has not stitched it yet. So I feel like I should just stitch it and get it back to her. So maybe I will start that. It's, I don't remember the name of it now. It's the Blackbird Christmas one with the brick house on it. The beautiful red brick house. I can't remember what it's called.
Doesn't matter, you're
anyway,
gonna start it.
I think I'll start that.
Good for you.
Just so I've got it going.
I wonder what I'm going to do for your birthday. I might do the same thing that I did for my birthday. Just pick a WIP and go with it.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you stitch on the one? Didn't you start one for my birthday last year?
Yeah, you remember what it was?
No. We could probably look back in our other floss tubes and figure it out.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. The other thing is I started Ida Nolt on my birthday last year, and I have not gotten a lot of progress on it, so I will probably, I'll start the Blackbird one, but I'll probably also try and stitch on Ida Nolt.
So what day of the
On its
week is
birthday.
your birthday on?
I think it's a Wednesday, I think. What's the day today? The 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th? Yeah, it's Wednesday,
It's the day after
the
Valentine's
15th.
Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
Because they
is
couldn't have
Tuesday.
her before Valentine's Day because that's the busiest day, one of
That's
the
busy
busiest days
season.
for florists.
Yes. There were no babies coming before Valentine's Day. Come heck or high water. So, which always makes me laugh because, as you know, we were told we could not, my sister and I were told, you do not get married at Christmas, Valentine's, or Mother's Day. You do not do that to us. We both got married at Christmas. So there. Anyway. Okay.
I do have something to say.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
boy.
No. You know, I like to use Jen Lee's 24-hour planner. Well, I was flipping through to February, And I had this laying out at 24 hours, and lo and behold, somebody wrote a little note to me.
Oh.
Justine is the best, from Stephanie. So
obviously, my planner wasn't sitting out. Thanks anyway, Stephanie.
I think she means I get the nice cup.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So thank you, Stephanie. I got quite the chuckle this morning.
Couldn't you go back to your planner from last year and see what you started on my birthday?
Do you think I wrote it down?
Do you have any haul?
No.
No?
Do you?
I do. I do. I got some stuff from you, Ding Dong.
Today?
That's a term of endearment. No, in the last few weeks. I'm gonna get, yeah, I do have something from you, but it's behind me. I'll show that next time.
I want to stitch this.
I picked these up from Justine because, you know, I have to have the whole series.
Beautiful.
Lord knows if I'll ever stitch them, but I'll have them.
Yep. It's just like a good book.
And I saw this, I think, on Brenda and Laura's show. I think Laura is or has stitched this, or maybe Brenda has stitched this. Mary Lindley by the Scarlet House. I love that bird. I have a thing for birds. So, love that. Justine found this one. This is Christmas Colors MD Sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler. And she pulled it because she said, this is my last one, and it really looks like something you would like. And she's not wrong, so I bought it.
So that's what Shelly would stitch today.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, Shelly would stitch this. I don't know, is it going to be hard to find?
I don't know.
Okay. And then I also, along with my bird fetish, I like freaky flowers also.
Yeah, but that freaky flower is red.
That too. But yeah, I like freaky flowers, so I like this fox and rabbit one, so I grabbed that from Justine. And then Justine, being the sweetheart that she is.
Oh, whatever.
This was our gift at 24 Hours of Cross Stitch. Carolyn Manning actually came and stitched with us on Saturday of 24 Hours. And so in Carolyn's honor, Justine, this was our gift, our swag bag for this 24 hours, the pattern and the DMCs for this Rose Garden Smalls collection. It's so pretty.
It was fun to talk with Carolyn again and see
Oh,
her
yeah,
again.
yeah.
We hadn't seen her for a
She
while.
is, you know, we all know her for her cross stitch, but she is an artist.
She is.
And she does beautiful work in many different mediums.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
And we're so fortunate. She's 45 minutes away.
Yeah, she's in Mankato, which is where I work. So anyway, so that was fun. Then I also bought some bags. One of the gals that came to 24 Hours of Cross Stitch.
Oh, I got one of them.
Yes, you did.
Thank you. That was my birthday present. Thank you, Shelly.
You're welcome. So
I didn't
I'll
bring it though, sorry.
Oh, here, I have that pattern that I couldn't think the name of.
Oh, for land's sakes.
Well, for crying out loud. And to all a good night. That's the Blackbird one I think I'll start on my birthday. And thank you, you know who you are. Thank you for borrowing this to me. I really appreciate it. But I bought from our friend at 24 Hours a wine bag.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah, had to have it. It's got grapes inside.
That is pretty.
I bought, I think this is French General fabric, if I remember correctly. Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
I don't know what drew me to it. Maybe the red? Is that coming out your nose?
No.
Okay. Inside is like a little kind of a, is that called a fleur-de-lis? That little pattern? I don't know. And then I also got from her a patriotic one. It's got stars and it's, the fabric inside says, oh, it's Pledge of Allegiance.
Very pretty.
She does beautiful bags. And I bought one for Justine for her birthday.
It was a Teresa Kogut one.
Yeah, the blue Teresa Kogut fabric, yeah. And then we got a gift from a dear friend of ours that comes to 24 Hours of Cross Stitch a lot. And to set this up, you have to know that the last 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, Justine brought fish and chips. which was potato chips and goldfish crackers all mixed together in a bowl.
I found that on Instagram. It was not my idea. And I left mine at home. I'm sorry.
So our friend gave Justine and I each an earring. The Lay's potato chips and the goldfish cracker. So guaranteed we'll be wearing these at next 24 hours of cross stitch. She also gave me a little extra gift.
Are you going to tell them why?
I am not telling the story.
May I tell them why?
No. You have to understand that if this story were to ever get out, I would be completely humiliated. So I am just going to show you what she made me. Those of you that were at 24 hours of cross stitch know.
And can't believe.
But she made me a project bag.
Excuse me.
And it has toasters on it.
It is so cute. So cute.
Do I have to tell if I don't tell him, I'm being naughty?
You just told my barn story.
She also gave me this little toaster.
Isn't that cute?
All right, I'm going to tell the short version. All right? I can't believe I'm doing this.
I may have to move the table because I don't know if I can handle
I'm admitting to this again. All right, the quick version, and we're just going to move on to other things. Ready? A couple years ago, I went into the kitchen at work, and I was going to toast a bagel. And I walked up to the toaster, and there was a sticky note on it, and it said, "New toaster is voice activated." So I proceeded to put my bagel in, and I leaned over and I said, "Bread down."
I love the people you work with.
Nothing happened. And so my mind's like, well, technically, I said toast down. I said toast down. Then I had the discussion with myself that technically it's not toast yet, it's still bread. So I leaned over and I said, bread down. Nothing happened. Needless to say, I finally figured out that they had turned the side with the knobs around and pressed it up against the wall and put the sticky note on there. I made the horrible mistake. There was nobody else in the lunchroom. I made the horrible mistake of telling somebody what I did. A couple months later, I get a call from at my desk, and it says it's the lunchroom. The phone in the lunchroom is calling, so I pick it up. It's my friend Jeremy from work. Hey, Jeremy, what's up? Hey, Shelly, can you come down to the lunchroom? I'm like, okay, why? What's going on? Well, we just got a new microwave, and we need you to teach us how to run it.
These are the people I would love to work with.
Thus, the toaster bag and the little toaster bag. So,
oh my God.
There we go. Moving on.
Oh, I think I laugh harder each time I hear it. Sorry.
Moving on. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell she's very analytical?
I'm sorry. Everything is voice activated these days, right? People have smartphones and everything is, you talk to Alexa, it is not that far out of the realm of possibility that toaster was voice activated.
Well, we know who's going to get one when it first comes out.
You're darn right. You're darn right.
Oh, nuts.
Okay.
Oh, nuts.
So, you want to talk shop news and then we'll do the WIP parade? And this WIP parade is going to be quick. And if you have questions about anything, put them in the comments because we're just going to burn right past them.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. We are going to have a Super Bowl sale in store. And it's going to be next Saturday and Sunday. Next Saturday from 9:30 to 3 and Sunday 10 to 2. And it's in my new store, and there's a hallway out there, so we're going to even take items out in the hallway. 20% off everything, 30% off the end special cuts, and there are items that are 50% off. So if you're interested, come on down. It is not online yet, but you just never know when I will send out a newsletter that says la da 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 for a day. So if you're not signed up for my newsletter, you might want to be, because someday I will get a letter out, but as of now, it's just been coupons I've sent out. Also, Shelly and I are watching the emails very, very closely, and every item that comes in that shop owners get an email for pre-sale, I am adding to my website immediately. And if you go on to my website and you go under, I believe it's orders or under items, there is a Nashville Needlework section. All you have to do is click on there and all the items will pop up and you can pre-order. And if you pre-order, what's going to happen is Shell and I will pick that up at market and we're going to mail them at market. So
we're going to attempt to mail them.
Correct. We did this last year.
Yep.
But trying to get as much out as quickly as we can. So if you guys are interested, I'd love to have your pre-orders. And if not, you just take a look and see what's coming. It's fun. So, okay, I'm done with shop news. Let's go.
Okay, ready? Shelly's WIP Parade. Here we go. Just a little bit of analytics from 2022. So in 2022, I started the year with 29 WIPs. I did not UFO any projects. I started 20 new projects, but I also finished 20 projects.
Wow, good for you.
So I had 29 WIPs coming into 2023. I am now up to 31 WIPs. So I've had a couple starts in the new year.
Oh, I don't think I have quite that many.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you do. Probably double. So that was from 2022. And I'm going to start at the oldest WIP and work my way forward. Okay? So,
And my job is to
get your
put it
box
away,
out,
right?
Justine.
Okay.
This is a process. let me
I'm the
tell you.
box lady.
Okay. First one that I started in this one I started in March of 2020. And it is Bushel and a Peck by Peppermint Purple. Yeah. I am stitching this for my daughter, Catherine. And this is one of those things that, like I was saying before, I didn't think I had gotten much done on this year. But when I look at where it was last year, I stitched quite a bit on this actually. This is on my WIP Go board. And I would like to, this is another one that I'd like to get finished this year.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
So I
colors.
have 3 things: Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, Summer at Stars Hollow, and that one that I would like to get done for sure this year. Okay, next one up. After the Roses by Ink Circles. This is on 28 count potato with the called for overdyes. This is another one I have gotten quite last year when I showed this, I don't think I had the first quarter of it done, and now I've got the quarter done and I'm on my second quarter of it.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. And a Forest Grew. These are WIPs from 2020. I'll let you know when we move over to 21. And a Forest Grew. This is by Rosewood Manor. It's on 32 count cream linen.
Ooh, look at those pretty trees.
Yep, and this is, I'm stitching that in DMC. Okay. Next one. You saw Halloween Quaker and you saw Tired Trio in my WIPs. So the next one is called Liberty.
Oh, I don't think I remember this one.
Yeah, I haven't done much with it. It's on a mystery hand-dyed blue fabric. I don't even know what size it is, I don't think. And I just kind of did my own floss pull on this one, but I think there's some silks in it. Some called for and some silk substitutions I have. So
The designer's finger work.
yeah, I have not stitched on that in quite some time. I think I
Oh,
put it, it's on
I
my
bet you dyed this.
Did I?
I think you did.
Did I?
I think you did.
It's on my WIP Go board, so. And the next one is Rose Quaker. This is, I always tell you, but it's probably one of my favorite
Oh,
stitches.
my land's sakes, Shelly Lynn.
I love this thing. There's my Rose Quaker.
That is just beautiful. I cannot wait till you finish and get
I
it
know.
framed.
It's going to be a while, though.
Oh, just beautiful.
Okay. And my last one that was started in 2020 is
Oops, sorry.
Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. This is the infamous took 2 hours to pick fabric one. But I'm doing it on 32 count Picture This Plus feldspar with all the called for. There's a lot of overdyes and some DMC in it.
Beautiful. It was worth the 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how far I am on that.
Very pretty.
So now we're into WIPs that I started in 2021. First one, Pandemic Sampler by Sarcy Girl. I absolutely love that sampler. I think it is so pretty.
I do too.
And I used her directions and dyed the fabric myself. And this is where I'm at with it. And I'm using all the called for DMCs. Okay. Next is, Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow came before that because that was my New Year New Start in January 2021, but you've already seen that. So then it was Pandemic Sampler. Then it was Christmas Garden. Oh, here's the book. So we can show it. And then we got to keep this book out because
you started it without me.
Yes. Christmas Garden by Blackbird Designs. I am doing the silk conversion that Lisa Smith of Kindred Stitcher did. Here's where I'm at with that. I love this thing. I love those bold colors.
It is beautiful.
I think it's so pretty.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Okay.
beautiful.
Next up, I'm sorry I don't have a picture of it, but I believe most people know what it is. I borrowed this pattern from a friend. It is Lady of the Flag by Mirabilia on 32 count We the People by Fabric Flair. And I'm using all the called for DMCs. And I'm doing the green conversion. Her dress will be that kind of aqua green. Next in line was...
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're all right. Well, Feliz Navidad, which I showed already. So then Poinsettia. And so I'm going to mention to you things that are possible UFOs this year. And this is one of them. Because I do not like to stitch on, what is this called?
Perforated paper.
Perforated paper. I don't know what it is.
You should make a pillow out of it then. Red.
Yeah, I think I want to stitch it, but I think I'm gonna UFO it on the perforated paper and maybe start it later and just do a little pillow. My mother would love that. I would love to give it to her.
What happens if you do it on red and make a pillow and you don't have to stitch the red around it then?
That's what I'm thinking. And I know you have some beautiful red fabric. So
if not, I have some on order.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Next, Newcastle Bouquet. I started this on my sister's birthday in 2021, October 22nd of 2021. And this is where I'm
just
at
gorgeous.
on this. Making slow progress.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
Like I do on most things. And then the competition piece, Turkey Hollow Farm. Is that what was next? I gotta look. Okay, yep, Turkey Hollow Farm.
Are you farther than Missy? Ooh, look at that.
I don't know. I don't know where Missy's at. Am I? Yeah, I rounded the corner. I'm working my way down the other side. So that's how wide it'll be. It'll be quite a bit longer though. But I don't know. I don't have this on my WIP go, and with my other, goals this year to get a couple things finished, I may not even touch this. Who knows?
But this isn't.
You guys might pull
you like it, but you don't love it.
Oh, I like it quite. I mean, I love anything Stacey Nash. I think she has to be one of my favorite designers.
Me too. Me too.
So, all right, I am sending out a call for help.
SOS.
This was the not the last one, second to the last one that I started in 2021. This is What Remains by Blackbird Designs. I bought the kit from Traditional Stitches in Canada. They did it for their anniversary. I started stitching it with the silks they sent, and I decided that I I saw it done somewhere with those silks, and it was too pink for me. I'm not a huge pink fan. Plus, I'm stitching this for my dad, and I wanted it to be more red. So I did my own conversion, and I don't like it. It's too bright. It's not really red. It's more salmon-y color. I need help. Has anyone out there done a conversion on this that would make it lean more red than pink or salmon? If you have, would you mind sharing it with me? I'm just not enjoying this, and I love this piece. I want to stitch it, and I want it to be a, you know, something that reminds me of my dad. It has to be red. So I'm probably going to have to buy a new piece of this. I think it's,
well, you know, it
straw.
called for used, excuse me, used brick, which is red.
Maybe I should just forgo the silks and do it in cotton.
Just see what it looks like.
Maybe we'll pull those one of these, not anytime soon, but maybe we'll pull the cottons and see if it leans a little bit more red. Maybe we'll do that. Or, like I said, if any of you have done this and it's more red for you, I would be interested to know. I'm gonna have to get some new straw fabric for you though, from you though, because I'm not ripping that out.
Because Shelly, we can play with all kinds of colors.
But I'm so disappointed because that piece is really important to me and I want to stitch it, but it has to look a certain way. So
we'll get it there.
And then my last one that I started in 2021 was Christmas in My Heart. I made you start it too. And I love this one. But I didn't stitch on it beyond, I don't think anyway, beyond when we started it. So I need to just get some time in on it. And this is the one that I'm stitching over one strand and you're stitching two.
That's right.
And yours pops a lot more than mine. But
I don't think
it's all right.
so.
I'm okay with the ghosty,
gorgeous.
that little kind of ghosty white flower. I'm okay with it. All right. So these next ones now are all things that I've started in 2022. First one is Winter Rose Manor, which you've already seen because it's on my WIP Go board for this month. Next one.
Is that not much? Is that why you're laughing?
I started Redbird Sampler. This is what I started on your birthday last year.
Oh.
Yep.
That is gorgeous.
And this is what I stitched on her birthday last year. Can you see it? And I never picked it up again. And I
think
love
it's a rose.
I love this sampler. So, I mean, I'll get to it eventually, but it's just, I just never picked it up again.
There's just too many other things.
Yep. So then, on my birthday last year, I started Ida Nolt.
Oof.
This is not a good picture of this piece. Trust me.
Oh, and I love that fabric.
Yes, I do too. Do I have my card for that?
Did I take it? No.
Huh, I wonder what I did with it. Oh, no.
No.
Anyway, I would tell you what this fabric is, but I can't find my card. Maybe I didn't pull it for this. Oh, is it inside there?
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
It is 40 Count Eucalyptus by Fox and Rabbit.
Isn't that pretty? So yeah, I will do some stitching on this on my birthday
Shelly.
as well.
That's just elegant.
Then we saw, next up was Burgundy Band Sampler, which I started in April, and you saw that. I showed that already today. And then when we were in Ohio for StitchCon, I saw these little Mill Hill birds done up at Keepsakes, and I thought they were so absolutely adorable. So I started the aqua one. Haven't gotten very far, but it's super cute. And then you and me and Sarah all decided we were gonna start a Hands Across the Sea back in August.
Oh, I love this one.
I started Sarah Fletcher. Haven't touched it since I started it.
Oh, beautiful.
So I didn't get too far, but I think Sarah's is finished.
Yes, it is.
Which one did you start?
James and the Giant Peach. And the pear.
The big pear one. Yeah.
Oh, I love those colors.
I do too. I love that piece. So. And then when we were up north on our vacation, I thought it only fitting that I start 10,000 Lakes. there you go. I'm just like kicking butt and taking names here.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's
So
the one
pretty.
I want to stitch that up and then use that as a center block for a quilt.
Quilt. Nice.
Go up to the lake. Then, Sarah Fletcher, 10,000. Then I started in September, Though He Seemeth Sleeping by Lucy Beam. I love that one.
I do too. A couple of the gals have finished it.
Yeah, I stitched quite a bit on this one.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Actually. So hopefully I can get back at this at some point this year. But like I said, I have my finished goals that I want to get out of the way before I stitch on other things.
Oh, beautiful.
And then, oh, Chester's Place, but you've seen that. That's my memorial piece for my dog. And then
She probably won't let me touch it.
I started Red Deer Sampler by GGR.
Oh, and she
Or
wanted
GGR.
to start this for a long time.
Yeah, it is GGR, sorry. Every time I watch Carol Saltback Stitcher, this used to be right behind her on the wall. I had to get it. And I stitched quite a bit on this before I put it down.
Isn't that pretty?
Picked it up since then, but oh my gosh, it is just such a beautiful stitch. Oh, I love it.
Beautiful.
Okay. Red Deer Sampler. Oh, and then Summer at Stars Hollow. We talked about this before. This is what I'm going to be working on now for the month of February in hopes that I can get it finished before spring comes out.
Oh, that is so cute.
So you can see I have autumn done on the right there, and then I've started summer. So hopefully I can get that done in the month of February. That's what the push is. We'll see if it happens. It's a short month, so who knows?
You ironed all of yours, didn't you?
Some of them, not all of them.
Mine won't be ironed, sorry.
And then this is another typical Shelly start. When Katie
Yeah, but you were busy.
Yeah, Katie and I were in New York City. I wanted to start something in remembrance of the trip. The bluebird is the New York state bird. And you guys all voted, in fact, on this, between this one and another one. I call him my little angry bird. And because we were having so much fun in New York, this is my start. Can I use here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. You
That's
you can barely
beautiful.
see him.
Look at that fabric, though.
It's the top of his head. Yeah, this fabric is Black Pearl by Jody of Steel City Stitchers. I think this came in a box, in a Black Needle Society box. And I don't know if you can see it, but it has a shimmer to it. But yeah, need to get back on that one at some point this year. It's no rush, but yeah. And lastly, my first start of this new year, 2023. Yes, this is the one that Shannon and my sister Shannon and Missy from Two Needles Pulling Thread and I started, and we didn't invite Justine, and she's not happy about it.
Do I look unhappy?
I think this is 2 days of stitching.
Oh, beautiful.
So, anyway. And that's it. WIP parade done.
Woohoo!
We asked you guys in our last Flosstube if you wanted us to do a WIP parade. And of course, overwhelmingly, people said yes. We did have a couple people say they weren't really interested in WIP parades. But, you know, the numbers had it. So we do it. And
mine will not come like this.
on our next episode, Justine will be doing her WIP parade. So there you go.
Dun, 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 dun.
What else do we need to say or do? What time is it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I do want to say a huge thank you for everybody who came to 24 hours. It is so fun. It's so fun to meet the friends that we've met already, and then to meet new friends. And it's just a huge thank you to all of you.
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
And a huge thank you to everyone who has called and said that they've watched Shelly and I. It's so fun. It is so fun. And then to all the people that come in and bring me bring me items that they're stitching on and or have finished, and I'm able to take a picture and post on Facebook. Look what I got to see.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. I think it's so
Yeah.
fun. So
Yeah.
so thank you.
So Super Bowl sale next weekend.
Mhm.
Then we're going to go to market.
Correct.
And then in April, we have another 24 hours,
Correct.
right?
The end of
Okay.
April.
Okay. Very good.
So,
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Woo.
thank you for joining us.
Yes. Our coffee is now cold.
We will see you hopefully in 2 weeks, maybe 3. But
Cheers.
cheers to stitching.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.